What's up guys, it's Joe. Welcome back to another video. Today I've got something different for you. I went to my local fish store and I picked up the Icecap Gyre 1K. This is the nano version of the 3K. The 3K has been around for a long time. These are super popular power heads for reef tanks. The 1K is just a smaller size. It's 1,000 gallons per hour instead of 3,000 gallons per hour. I got this for my nano tank, so let's get into the unboxing without further ado. It should have been flipped, further ado unboxing. Anyway, let's get going. Oh, and quickly before we get into the video, I say gyre like this entire time. It's actually gyre, like the actual word gyre, but for some reason I've always thought of it as gyre, so I kept saying gyre. Gyre. It's actually gyre, so don't make the same mistake I did and be stuck saying gyre for the rest of your life. So I have been wanting this gyre for a while. It's a hard purchase to make because it's expensive. It's like 120 bucks and it's a power head for your tank. So you kind of got to go all in if you're doing this. I figured it was worth it. It's such a small tank that the power heads, it's kind of a hard thing. I've got two in there right now, but there's still dead spots and the corals aren't getting the kind of flow I want. So I figured this was a good option because it has two different sides. You can angle them individually. You can see the little chart over here, the different waves that it can make. It has just the regular forward flowing motion. This one's showing like up to the surface of the water. This one's regular flow backwards around in like a cube. And this one you can actually put it lengthwise along the side of the tank and get it flowing around the tank like this. I'm gonna choose like the top option for the flow. I'm gonna angle one more at the coral and one more at the surface, and that's why this is such a great option for people with small tanks, because it has the two different customizable sides. With this one, you can even cap off one end if it's a bit too much flow for your tank. I don't think I'll have that issue, but it's nice to know that I can do that if the need should arise. Now you can see on the side here, it says constant mode, there's a pulsing mode, there's a gyre mode, actually this is backwards for me, there is a random mode and an alternating gyre mode. Random, alternating gyre. So there's 5 different modes that you can do with the actual rotation of the power head. This is a very versatile power head, which is why I'm really excited to do this. Now, it also comes with a controller. It's fully customizable, 24-hour circuit. This is a high-end power head, guys. It's not cheap, but you definitely get what you pay for. From up the box, there's just a little tab here. And I'm really excited to get into this and see what this actually looks like, because I've never actually seen the 1K. I've seen the 3K, but I think the 1K is way smaller than the 3K. Off the styrofoam. In here we have the instructions. Not gonna need those, probably gonna need those. Here is the controller. Some extra cordage. This is just the power adapter stuff, extra parts. Here's the main, what's the word for it? AC/DC adapter. Is that seriously? And here is the actual gyre. Now this, this thing's awesome. It's so small. If you compare this to a 3K, a gyre 3K, it's easily half the size of the 3K. It's really small. And this is gonna fit perfectly right in my nano tank. Over here we have like some styrofoam separating the magnet. This magnet goes on the outside of the tank, and it's really strong, and it magnets right on to the inside of the tank to hold the gyre in place. So this is obviously not going anywhere in your tank. It's super strong magnet. There's rubber around the inside magnet so you don't scratch the glass, and it does bend back and forth a little bit, if you can see that. So it's high quality stuff. Now you can see the two different areas here. We have this is the left one. This is the left power head. You can twist this around. It's a bit tight right now because it's new, yeah, but you can twist it around, angle it, and that's not gonna go anywhere. But you can angle it up and down. This one I'm gonna have angled up more to the actual surface of the water. This one I'm gonna have angled down a little bit more to the coral. And you can see, if you look inside, there are these little turbines, it's not the right word, propellers type things that actually create the water movement. In the bag with extra pieces, there is an extra end cap. This actually goes on the end of the propellers. There are little net bags that you put over so that an enemy cannot get into the power head and get chopped up. That's really important if you have an enemy. I don't, so I'm not super worried about it. If you have small fish, you might want to use these as well. I'm not super worried about it. I might put them on, but I don't like the look of it, so I'm not going to originally. They also have some odds and ends just for the actual pump itself. It's stuff that you're gonna need down the road, which is good to see, because you know things will wear out. It's got a lot of moving parts, and working with the Gyre 3Ks at the store that I work at, Triton Marine Aquaculture, I know that sometimes they wear out and they need replacing, and it's good to see that I do have replacement pieces for that. The controller is actually bigger than I thought it would be. It's kind of nice because it's got a bigger screen and like a select dial here you can see. So it'll be easier for me to program what I want to program because it's a bigger controller than I was expecting. Alright guys, so I have set it up. The cording, all that to plug it in was super easy. It took me like 2 seconds. Programming, I'm still trying to figure out. It's taken me a couple minutes. I'm still figuring out whether I want to do random or any of the 4 other modes that they have. It's crazy. I still need to figure out what's best for my tank, and I need to see how my corals react to the flow. So every tank's going to be different, so I can't really give you my feedback on that because your tank's completely different from mine. But as far as this unboxing goes, I think it's been amazing. I love the look of it in my tank. It looks amazing. It's very discreet. The Gyre is very discreet design. It's just up in the corner. You can barely see it unless you're looking for it. It's very silent as well. You can't hear it unless you stick your ear to the tank. It's that quiet. And there's just one cord leading to it, which is not a big deal at all. This controller has been really easy to control. The little spin dial and the instructions, they show you like to adjust it when you're programming it. Right now I have it on random flow, so it's going, that was at 20 and now it's at 10% and up to 20. Sometimes it'll go up to 30. You can set it to peak at a certain point, so I say I'm not blasting my corals with like 100%. I have it peaking at, I believe, 40%. In the settings, so it'll go between 10 and 20, 10 and 20, then maybe it'll jump up to 30 for a few seconds, and then maybe jump up to 40, and then down to 10. It'll do whatever it wants, because I haven't programmed that. I still have to get used to the programming. I might do a video review afterwards, or even a programming guide for it for you guys if you want. But as far as the unboxing is concerned, as I said before, it was super easy, and it's great. First impressions, big thumbs up.